Hello everyone, my name is Christian Fuentes. For this persuasive speech, I'm going to be talking about why you should be going full range of motion when working out. When performing your exercises, full range of motion is crucial for many reasons. The negative sides to it are very harmful to you, which would end result lead to you either not working out anymore because of the injuries you receive, or because of the lack of motivation of not seeing any effective results. So, continuing on with that, the first benefit when it comes to working out full range of motion is the highly effective flexibility, mobility that you receive since you're going at a full range of motion. For example, supporting this website, Stack Logos Strength Training by Matthew Corman, titled "What is the range of motion and why it's important?" Several recent studies have found strength training can increase your range of motion equal to, and in some cases greater than, static stretching. And this is important because it shows that if you train and you're not going at a full range of motion, for example, like this, you're not going to be receiving the best flexibility and mobility, and that by cutting that would lead to improper muscle growth in your end, which is something that you don't want to see, since one side of your arms could be bigger than the other, and that's something that you want to steer away from, which is really important, especially for beginners. You don't want to see one side growing a lot bigger compared to the other. Going on with the second factor you should consider when going full range of motion is the injuries that you're preventing when going full range of motion. For example, by cutting it, you're more likely putting yourself at risk at injury because of the tension that you have and not letting your muscles go all the way at a full stretch at the very bottom. For example, the same article that I mentioned previously by Matthew Corman, what is range of motion and why it's important. There is a strong evidence that shows that poor movement mechanics increase the injuries, thus why the functional movement screening is so effective at predicting an injury risk. Okay, so this is pretty much stating that going full range of motion, you're going to be preventing any type of future injuries from happening. And so this is something that you will want to, of course, implement, because you don't want to, in the future, you don't want to be put out of working out because of the injury that happened on your shoulder, your knee, because you've been cutting your range of motion by partial or by half or by some sort of amount. So that's why it's really important that you get the full stretch when performing an exercise. For the third factor is, when going full range of motion, is the effective muscle fibers that you rip when performing, for example, a curl. You're going to be tearing up those muscle fibers a lot more compared to going halfway and going like this and stopping. You're not going to be breaking as much compared if you go all the way down to the very bottom. For example, supporting this, the article Breaking Muscle Science says full range of motion is the best, by Doug Ponent. It states, after the 12 weeks, the strength and size of muscle fibers were greater in the group with the longer range of motion, thus supporting why you receive the best results when going at a full range. So this is something that would definitely help you in the long run receiving the best results. to getting one step closer into achieving your physique or your fitness goals. The last benefit that I could bring up that you should consider is the strength that you will receive um, when performing a full range of movement exercise compared to partial. For example, this website called The Perfect Workout, Full Range of Motion While Strength Training, it states more strength gain people who train with a full range of motion gain more overall strength compared to those who are training in partial movement. Okay, doing so, you're going to be receiving the best results in strength wise, so that you have a good consistency in the workouts that you're doing, since you're doing the proper form without being unpredictable. For example, one day if you don't go full range of motion, you go, for example, halfway, and you notice that over time you start to kind of cut that shorter and shorter, it's going to be very inconsistent in how much weight you can do, which full range of motion helps it be more consistent on the amount of weight and overload you're doing compared to cutting it by half or any type of portion. Overall, you should definitely consider full range of motion because of these factors of flexibility / mobility, preventing injuries from happening so you don't get cut out when you're working on the future, effective on muscle fibers, ensuring that you get the best results every single time you go to the gym, as well as best in strength performance when working out.